Alright, here we are. Hey everyone, thanks for listening in. This video here is just designed to give you some ideas on cleaning up your Facebook list. Now take a look, I'm here on my Facebook on the browser version, I'm just in the news feed, but if I go here to my personal profile, I'm going to right click on my PC and open it up in a new tab so we can see my profile right here, right? And on my profile we can see we have the friends list here, and then we have the friends list down here, right? And it's giving me a count of how many friends I have right here. Is it 4797, right? If I click this friends here and open this up in a new window, just so I can leave the old one open. Actually, let me see here. I'm sorry. Let's do this. Let's go to see all friends. Actually, I'm sorry, I'm trying to find, here we go, on this list right here. You can see it takes me to this page with a bunch of like suggested friends. Maybe they're like in my phone book or something like that. But if I go right here to all friends, right here, right, it takes me to this screen where it's like got all my friends listed here on the left. And you can see here it's giving me a total friend count right here at the top of this list saying all friends. It says 4519. So if we notice that this number is different from the number on my profile, right? Where let me see if we can get back to it right down here, right? So it's different from this number. So what's happening is there's a bunch of like deactivated profiles in the mix, and they're not always easy to identify, right? Like, so, so what I do here to find these missing friends, and there's probably some other ways to do it. Maybe there's some kind of automated apps. I use a couple things, but I haven't really found anything that actually finds this any other way myself. But we're trying to find out where this, 4797 over here, and then 4519. So there's like, 270 friends that aren't being accounted for. There's a difference of 270 friends. So maybe these are actually how many friends I have, and then this one over here is including a bunch of deactivated friends, right? So you see this says 4797, this one here. Let me put these two pages together here so they're over there. And let's go over here to where you see we went to this area of friends, right? So when we were on my Facebook profile, I hit just this main friends tab up here, right? So when I click that, that opened this page. Wait, actually, right here. So once again, let me close these other ones for now, but let's just go ahead and see if we can identify some of these missing friends. I'll just, I can go down here and scroll all the way down and scroll through all my friends, and it'll take forever to get to a lot of them that are at the bottom, right? So what I'll do is I'll just go right to the search here, and I'll use combinations of letters, like HI, for example, and it'll bring up all the people that have HI in their name, and that's giving me a much shorter list to browse through while bringing up a bunch of people that are at the bottom in the middle of my list that normally I would have to really scroll through a lot, right? But what we're looking for here to find some of these hard to find profiles, as you can see here, that a lot of these people here have like the amount of friends, mutual friends we have underneath them, and some of them have something about their background or the location underneath them. But if we keep looking here, it might take us a minute to find one, but we'll find some of them. And I'm not sure if this is an exclusive rule, like it's just these ones. Maybe there's some here that, like, some of these might be bad too. But you notice when I'm hovering over them, right, it's giving me a little extra screen with the summary, right? And even when I open it up, right, if I open up this profile and a new page, you can see it's opening up her profile. So it's actually, posted even recently. I can even see that, which isn't always a guaranteed thing. Like some posts might be private, who knows? There's different variable factors there as far as like whether they posted recently. But and you can see, I can see this is a real profile. I can see that by hovering over it, it's giving me this extra screen. But if I look at some, and I have to kind of look here to find some of them, and I'm not sure if these are all of them. There might be some that aren't, and there's like almost 300, 260 that I can't seem to find easily. So let me just see if I can find. Try a different combination, a letter combination, ER, which is a pretty common one probably. If I go down, I can see if I can find one of these profiles. I probably have at least a few of them in here, and I've deleted some of them, so it might take a minute. But I'm trying to find one that doesn't have anything under the name especially, but then also when I hover over their name, it doesn't give me that secondary little screen, right? So let's just see if we can, see, this wasn't, I can test, I can see it's giving me this extra little screen. I already know this is a good profile, right? So even though it doesn't have that info underneath her name. It's not necessarily a strict rule. I go here in the profiles, look like it's maybe hasn't posted in a long time. You know, it's another question. I might decide, oh, maybe I want to delete somebody because they just haven't been active on Facebook for a while. But I might want to be careful about that. It might be hard to tell for sure. But if I keep going down, and you know, I'm not really seeing, obviously, any obvious one quite yet. But let's see here. I mean, you know, we're basically looking for any of these profiles, and we could even like hover over some other ones to test them. Like, see if they're, maybe that's something to test. You can maybe even open up some you're not sure about or haven't seen in a while, just to double check. I haven't really seen any other indicators other than this one thing I'm looking for right now, and I'm not really finding anyone. Here's one right here. Look, right here. So I see I'm hovering over his name, right, and it's not showing me any window open up. And maybe he'll reactivate his profile or something. It's possible, right? Maybe I don't want to delete him. Maybe he's a close friend or something like that, you know, but I don't really know the guy. He's just on my Facebook. So you can see I'm opening up this page of his, and you can see it's giving me this content is not available right now. I don't know exactly what that means. Maybe he's in Facebook jail or just temporarily deactivated. Maybe he deactivated his profile. But in this case, I'm going to go ahead and delete him just because I've never really connected with him much, and I can see his profile is deactivated right now, right? Like if I wanted to really get like concerned about tracking, I could go here and write down all the ones that were inactive, and then in a couple weeks or a couple months come back and check them again or something like that. But that's a little too much for me. I just kind of use a judgment call each time. Now, this one here I hover over, you can see his, you know, it's showing up, and you know, his page is actually active, even though it doesn't look like he's been doing anything on it. But it's not deactivated, right? So I'm not going to delete him. So at this moment, although I might make a call to do that. But this one here, you can see, is another case where, you know, in this case he's showing up at the secondary screen, so it's probably legit. You know, he's probably okay, and I kind of, you know, familiar with the guy. He's somebody I regularly kind of interact with, but. You know, like I said, it's not maybe a strict rule. Like here, as you can see, this one doesn't have any info, but it's a legitimate profile. This one here doesn't have a picture, doesn't have any info underneath it, but you actually know who the person is, so that's going to give me one indicator. Doesn't look like he's very active on Facebook, but you can see here I'm going to his page. His profile is open, so we can see we deleted one deactivated profile so far. And then if we go back over here, let's go take a look over here. You see you have this 4519 count, right? Let's go ahead and refresh these and see what they say, right? So you can see this is 4597. I just deleted one person, so this should be one friend less, right? It was a deactivated profile. So you can see, notice here that it says 4796 now, right? So we deleted one from this count. While this count over here, if we refresh it, it's still the same. Right? So we're deleting these unaccounted for profiles when we do that. At least some of them. There might be some other way that some other profiles aren't being identified. Look at this one here is, oh wait, no, it's giving me the, I might, you know, I haven't really noticed any that have the information underneath their name. I haven't noticed any of them not be good. So, but I don't want to guarantee it's a strict rule. This person here, I don't really know who they are. It's deactivated profile. And then go ahead and delete it, right? So there's a couple right there. So like this is just one idea. And like I said, you know, I'm going through, this is a common search that I did here, ER, right? And, you know, I'm just kind of, you know, I know that there's probably a pretty long list with just that search term. I could get, you know, more specific. Like, let's say I want to go see how it's taking longer to load. That depends on what your connections are, stuff like that, maybe. This profile here is, you know, deactivated, and I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there because I know the person. But you know, if it's deactivated for much longer, I've seen it deactivated, you know, a couple weeks ago or something like that. I just left it there, but if it's much longer, I'm gonna go ahead and eventually delete it. And this one here looks like a legitimate profile. I know who the person is, so I'm not gonna delete that, certainly. But like I said, I can go up here and get more specific with the search if I want to, and just do different letter combinations. Maybe I just want to put more specific something here, the same letter combo, you know, TER. Then I can go down here and probably get a much shorter list overall, right? But I can just look through different combinations of letters in this list. You have to kind of scan a bit, especially once you've deleted a lot of them. But apparently I still have a bit left. But hey, you know, this video is here just to help you find one way to find some missing friends in your Facebook, maybe, you know, that you haven't been able to identify. Maybe your friend count seems to be packed, but there's something quirky about your friends count, right? Something quirky about it, like it never fully maxes out to 5,000, right? Like it never fully maxes out to 5,000. Maybe there's something like that might happen. So a few indicators, but like I said, maybe this will help. Let me know if it does, and pass it on to your friends and make sure they know about it. Maybe you'll get better connection and interaction on your Facebook if not only you, but even your friends have gone through and really deleted some of these deactivated types of profiles. And maybe you find some other ways to find some, maybe you find some other little quirks to finding some of these missing profiles and so forth and cleaning up your friends list. Feel free to please leave your comments below on how to do that. All right, thanks for listening in, and see you in the next video.